Welcome to a brand new episode of Out of the World. And not just a new episode, but also a whole new continent. Because the last half year you already saw us in the Americas, a bit of the Caribbean, South America. And now we flew from Brazil through Qatar to the other side of the world. We're in Asia and this is Thailand. My mother is coming to visit us as well, so it's gonna be a really good time. I'm gonna show you the best parts and we're gonna start in Bangkok. Let's go! From the jungle in Brazil we flew to the burning hot summer of Qatar. And in total we flew about 11,000 miles to get here, about half the Earth. Wow guys, 3 days ago we were in Sao Paulo and we had this really long trip. 14 hours in a plane to Qatar, and there we had 3 days of a mega jet lag. We had some bubble baths, stayed in the spa for a few days there in a nice hotel. And then 7 more hours of flying to Bangkok. And now we're in Asia. It's its first time, Jens. Do you like it? I've been in Bangkok a dozen times before, but it's been a while, especially due to COVID. My mom is coming to visit us and we're staying in the area called Sam Sen, not far from the famous Khao San Road and the Rambuttri alley. After a good night's rest, it's time to discover Bangkok. It's already like the 10th time for me, but we have 2 people new here, so let's do some touristy stuff in Bangkok, guys. If there's one thing I've missed about Thailand, it's the near-death experiences in the tuk-tuk. It's hard to ignore it, but the biggest attraction of the city of Bangkok is of course the Grand Palace. Between the walls is all the glitter and glamour, where between 1782 and 1925 all the kings of the Siamese kingdom lived here. And now it's the big open-air museum where you can see everything of the history. Especially during a first visit in Bangkok, the Grand Palace is a must. Between all that gold, we also visit the most famous Buddha statue in the world, the Emerald Buddha. Between the walls are so many incredible buildings. These are the temples, and you already saw the Emerald Buddha, which is very famous. But the palace is closed today because it's the Queen's birthday. That's the bad news, but the good news is, on Queen's Day we normally go out and celebrate. So let's go get a drink. A great idea, but it was 11 o'clock and that's even early for me. So let's stop at the other side of the street first. Nearby to the Grand Palace you will also find Wat Po, an interesting temple, but it has also been the center of medicine in Thailand for ages. And it's home to the big reclining Buddha, which you also have to see. If you like gold, this place is like music to your ears. Oh, quite literally. Okay, let's visit one more temple today. The Temple of Joy for the children. Right across the street is the playground. The Saranrom Park is for us also an experience, to spot some local life and the animals, like these monitor lizards and some tortoises. So we wanted to visit Wat Arun here across the river, but it's also very nice to make a little boat trip here on the longtail boat. So that's what we're gonna do first. The so-called klongs are channels that take you upon a journey through time in old Bangkok. This neighborhood, Thonburi, is actually the village that became the capital of Thailand in 1767.
I'm swimming in the rain. Woo! I love this weather. I'm gonna shelter from the rain, guys.
But outside, the festivities for the Queen are continuing regardless of the rain. We woke up early today, had some breakfast, and is still sleeping in the taxi. But we're going to visit some markets. As you know, Thailand is very famous for the markets, and you have some really special ones. We're going to visit two today. The first very special market that we're going to visit is at the Mae Klong station, about 1.5 hour drive from Bangkok, near the sea, and the train is coming, and then everybody has to move as quickly as they can, and now everybody's just doing some shopping. Is it coming already? Yeah, easy, I'm already going. So the train has moved on and the market is open again. You can only find something as bizarre as this in Thailand. So we drove about half an hour to the next market, which is very famous in Thailand. It's known as the floating market, and they call it Dam Nun. We're gonna catch a boat and we're gonna go onto the water, and we're gonna see about 100 to 1,000 boats doing the trading and the selling right there on the water. After the market and a very relaxing boat trip, we drive back to the busy center of Bangkok. That's the end of this episode, guys. How amazing was Bangkok again? It always feels a little bit like home. But we're gonna continue our travels in Thailand, and the taxi is here, so it's gonna take us to Ayutthaya. I'll see you soon in the rest of Thailand. From Thailand's most beautiful old capital, Ayutthaya, we travel on to the jungle. In Khao Yai, we're going on a safari. We also get to visit the most beautiful Thai islands and even more. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you then.